Today's episode of Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze is sponsored by Movie Group, founder of the Dream Network channel. Learn more at dreamnetworkchannel.com.
I wanna visit all the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs. I wanna make moves, call the shots like the boss. I wanna love like I never lost.
Welcome back to Desertwood Days. I am your host, Kathy Blaze, and today I'd like to welcome dynamic duo, founders of Active Intimates, Lori and CJ. Hey!
Hi.
Welcome, ladies. Good to see you.
Kathy.
I love that blue.
Thank you.
You look lovely too. But I love that blue. That's my birthstone.
Oh,
I
love what you're
nice.
wearing.
Thank you, thank you. How have you been?
Good. Very good. Thank you.
Good to see you. I haven't seen you since pre-COVID.
Well, COVID stopped a lot of things, and us getting together was one of them.
Yes. So it's such a pleasure to see you. You guys know I love what you do. I love you guys, and I love what you're doing out in the community. I know that you guys found Active Intimates, but even with that brand, you guys have done a lot of more things with it.
Mhm.
You're also doing podcast, and I think that took place during COVID, right? Or was
Yeah.
that pre-COVID?
Not actually podcasts, but we do lives. So we
Okay.
were doing Instagram and Facebook lives.
Oh, okay. Are you still doing that?
We've taken a little break, but yes,
Oh.
that is still a part of our business. Yes.
Okay.
We love doing that. We love finding the right guests who are people will really love to hear from.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really been a wonderful thing that we've been able to do. So we're excited to get back to that.
Great. Well, I know you guys are pretty well known out in the community, but here at Desertwood Days, you may have an audience that really don't know about Active Intimates. So I want to give them a little bio on how you guys got started. I met you, and you were with Phoenix Fashion Week. So
Yes.
let's talk about how that got started.
Phoenix Fashion Week?
No,
Or
you
the brand.
Active Intimates and Fashion Week. How did you get involved with that?
Well, it's funny because neither of us came from fashion. We're both business people. But I was looking one day for a piece of lingerie for a special occasion and couldn't find it. So we made it. And all these years later, we're still making it and still trying to give women lingerie that makes them feel confident.
Yes.
And because, it's all about how you feel about yourself and what you're
Right.
projecting.
Right.
And so
And that's exactly what you were trying to find,
that's right.
And that happens so often, I think,
Yeah.
when people come up with a fashion line, right? It was
Yes.
something that they thought, they wanted. And, we talked to a lot of other people at that time too. And they felt the same way. Like it
Right.
was becoming more difficult to find.
Right. You guys
a
answered a
lingerie.
need that was out there.
Mhm.
And I have to say, I modeled for you guys.
Yes, you did.
And so what I love about you guys is that you make women that are at a certain size, a certain age, you make all women feel beautiful. I'm going to put it that way. So it doesn't matter your size, your age, or whatever. You guys help to make them feel beautiful, and that they can still have those intimate moments and feel secure
Yes.
and confident.
That's at the core of our brand, is
Yeah.
that belief that all women are beautiful and sexy, and you own that. And we try to give them, what we like to say is you bring the sexy, we'll bring what sexy wears.
You hear that, ladies? You bring the sexy. So you guys, you started this brand because you were looking for an item that you couldn't find that was out there. And you know what? People may say, what do you mean it wasn't out there? But I can tell you as a full-figured woman that I've gone to buy, say, bras or intimate items, and they may be there, but they don't support or they don't do what I needed to do for my body.
Exactly.
So that is one thing I remember working with you guys and doing fitting to show the areas that I needed more support.
Right.
So that is one thing that I loved about what you guys do. You care. You're not just trying to throw a product together just to put out there. You care about the women and how they feel and look in whatever it is that they're wearing.
Right. With the key really is how they feel. That's what we really zero in on. But you are a big part of our brand because you taught us about how to make our lingerie. So
Yeah, it was very
it was
helpful.
vital to the process.
Oh, thank you. And I enjoyed being a piece of that because that helped other women to feel comfortable.
Right.
I mean, no one should ever feel like they can't have an intimate moment and be beautiful.
That's right.
And that's what it's about because a lot of times people don't buy things like that because it doesn't fit right, doesn't support them, or just doesn't look right.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and we don't want anybody leaving that fitting room feeling like I did that day, which was not sexy, not pretty, like I
Not
just want to get
confident.
out of here, not confident.
Right.
There was just everything I tried on was missing the mark in some way.
Right.
There's just certain things I want covered. And
Right.
maybe we don't reshape anybody, but it's okay to give a little bit of a hug.
That's true. And we're an entertainment show, so one might think, what does this have to do with entertainment? Well, it does. These two ladies, they created this brand. Then they went on and they became a part of one of Arizona's biggest fashion shows, Phoenix Fashion Week. Tell us about that experience for you.
It was quite an experience. It was really fun. It was a lot of hard work getting through it. We weren't quite sure what to expect because, it all leads up to the runway, which is a really fun, exciting night. But leading up to that, it's a really rigorous program, actually. And you're learning
it
all
is.
about the business of fashion,
Right.
which we had been in it for a while. And we learned a lot of things on our own. But we did learn some things that were really important
Right.
about the business.
Right.
And then got our collection ready, and that's a huge part of it too, because
Right.
you got to be ready with 12 looks
12
Yeah.
looks.
for the runway, and
Yes.
but that was a very exciting night.
Yes.
Thrilling to be on that runway.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that even though it's about fashion, but you know what? It's a show.
Mhm.
And it's entertainment.
Absolutely.
So people go there, they want to see what's on the runway, but they want to be entertained also.
That's right.
Mhm.
So you guys had to put all of that together, your show
Mhm.
for your
did.
line, the music, the models, everything has to go together. So how did you guys come up with that? How did you decide on what music you wanted to play, what theme you wanted for your first show with Phoenix Fashion?
Your husband came up with the song
Right.
for that
Yeah.
runway.
Oh,
But really, it all came back to what we're about, which is confidence, and that's what we wanted to show on that runway.
right.
So we started actually because of the entertainment part of it. We could do a pre-show before the models even came out, and so we had dancers, a
Okay.
man and a woman,
Ballroom dancers.
ballroom, and that was really beautiful on the runway.
Yes. I
But
believe
she-
I saw that too.
Yeah, she was wearing our signature lingerie and, just showing how confident you can be. And then following up with all the models coming down the runway and just that look and feel of confidence
Right.
and, sexy, of
Yes, of
Right.
course.
course. And then we walked out, which was, that's a really thrilling part of the whole thing. And our song was Respect, which was also, I don't know, just part of the whole theme of our brand, really.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Confidence, respecting yourself, respecting
Right.
others. So
And you know what? One thing I notice about you two is that it's a brand, but you guys have so much love and respect for each other, and it shows
Oh, that's
publicly.
nice.
It shows in everything that you do. I don't know if you guys are fighting at home behind it, but it shows in everything
That would
you
be
do.
a better story.
That would be
But it shows in all that you do.
Oh, that's really nice.
and-
I always like to say I've got the best partner in the world, and I really genuinely mean that. So
same
that
here.
is
it's
sweet.
nice to be able to work
So-
with a sister.
Where did the name Active Intimates? Explain that name to us.
Well, we want you to be active in our intimates. So that was a big part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that feeling of, again, it comes back to, what our brand is about. But that is,
Right.
just having that kind of fun and letting yourself have fun, right? And being
Wonderful.
confident.
We were talking about your designs and how they were built for women of all types to feel confident in what it is that they're wearing with their intimate apparel. And I love that. And we thank you. I know I thank you. And I'm sure all the ladies thank you for creating something that's going to make their love life or their special moments a little bit more special. So we were talking about, I want to bring up sustainability. I mean, as a boutique entrepreneurs, tell us a little bit your thoughts on sustainability.
Well, it has been part of our brand from the very beginning. We always knew that we wanted to build in, have sustainability as one of the core values of our brand. And so we started off with things like packaging and making that very earth friendly. But as we've always had quality. Quality has been so important to us in
Yes.
everything we design, because the longer you can hold on to a piece, the more sustainable it is. It stays in your
Right.
closet, right?
Yes.
But we're really pushing forward now because our customers really expect it. And I think a
Yes.
lot of consumers do.
Yes, once you
Now.
go out there strong, I mean, that's what they expect from you. It's just like a filmmaker. You create this fantastic film, then all of a sudden your audience is expecting you to go from here to up there.
Right.
And that's what I'm sure your customers, they expect the same thing from a designer.
Right, right. And the design is always at the forefront, but we do now, more than ever, put sustainability in at the beginning. When it's just a concept, you're starting to
Right.
filter that or look at everything through that filter of sustainability. So where you get your fabric, how you cut your fabric,
Right.
all of that and more are things
Right.
that we really build into. And our latest collection is actually a convertible wrap collection,
Okay.
which we used leftover fabric from our lingerie production to make, which we're
okay.
very proud of that. And we're proud to see our beautiful blue that was a lining in the playlet
Yeah.
now is front and center as
Wow.
one of our peignoirs.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
That is awesome. You know, speaking of your wraps, being in my shoes as the host of the show and having to change so much, I would understand someone that's utilizing something like that, being able to mix and match it with different types of tops, or being able to switch the way. I mean, you may wear it as a skirt, then switch the way. I'm gonna let you describe that.
Right. Well, going back to the design, what really inspired us was the idea of a woman in front of a mirror kind of playing dress up like, well, maybe I'm a movie star, or maybe I'm a princess, or maybe I'm a hottie, you know,
Right.
whatever. And so that's what we developed, this our wraps. You can they have strategically placed buttons and loops, and you can, you know, do it this way. You can. We have all these different ways you can wrap it. So it's it's lingerie. It's I'm going out to lunch. It's I'm going to the pool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we
This
wanted
same
to
piece.
bring kind of that resort feel into
Right.
our brand as well,
Okay.
because it's a nice extension from
Right.
loungewear and You know, you're going on vacation or you're at your own pool.
Right.
But you're out there on vacation and you can just, take one or two pieces with you and interchange them, and, you're set to go.
That's true. Or you
Yeah.
happen to be out in your loungewear and then find out, hey, I have a meeting I have to run to at the restaurant. Put on a little jacket over it, and you're fine.
Right.
That's right.
Well, I know you brought some media for us to take a look at so we can see some of the designs that you've created. So why don't we take a look at that?
Great.
Soft blue.
Hold
That
on. We didn't get you, the mic didn't go on until you were halfway through that sentence. So start from scratch.
I love that. And that soft blue, that is just beautiful. I love what you guys did.
I'm
Thank
so,
you.
So glad.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun to bring a little bit of, light colors into the collection.
Yes, yes. It's summer. I mean, it's perfect for summer.
It is perfect
Yes,
for summer.
it is perfect. And I love the title there. Perfect, perfect. So you have all this. You're businesswoman, you fashion designer, and you guys do your live videos. Tell us, what was the thought behind that for doing the live videos?
Well, do you want to?
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, we wanted to start a conversation. And we wanted to start a conversation about topics that maybe are not always talked about,
Oh, okay.
maybe considered taboo,
Mm-hmm.
which we don't agree with.
Hmm.
So it's about talking about things that are important to women. So we really focus on sexual wellness
Okay.
and again, things that women might not talk with their friends about, like,
Mhm.
for example, sexual dysfunction.
Mhm.
A lot of times women will suffer in silence,
Right.
and we're
Or
trying,
they won't talk to their mates about it either.
Yeah.
Mhm.
right,
Right.
right, or they might have
Yeah.
a physician that doesn't really deal with that.
Right.
So those are the kind of things that we really want to
Mhm.
get out there, get women talking, get solutions out there, and then keep the conversation going.
Right.
We like to look at the whole woman, like
Yes.
we design these, some beautiful lingerie and loungewear,
Yes.
and that goes on the outside, but we really want to have, that kind of content where
Right.
we can think about our whole selves,
Right. Right.
and being balanced and
it's
feeling
bigger
good.
than the lingerie itself.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, how do you get people to come to these lives? How do you get your following? How
Well,
do you promote your lives?
We promote through social media and our emails.
Okay.
So we'll always promote ahead of time on Instagram,
Okay.
and we have a monthly newsletter that we do and a mid-month letter that we put out on email.
Okay.
And we always keep our customers and all of our supporters up to date on what we're doing. So
I love it.
yeah.
And you know what? Excuse me, we're running out of time, but I just want to say that, you know what? We're in a society that people love to shame others or
Yes.
bully others. And this is a topic that women need to be involved in. You know, there's no one else that knows our body more than we do. So
Right.
we need to be involved in this and hearing it. And it doesn't matter the age. Sometimes people think, oh, she's too old or she's too young.
Mhm.
We need to be involved in this. What do you say about these ladies that they may say to them that may have been shamed or bullied or made to feel like because they're certain age, a lot of things are over for them?
Oh my gosh, we're the wrong people to talk about it being over. We got into fashion in our 50s. So,
Never
it-
is it too late.
Yes.
No. never is it. And you kind of have to get rid of the voices in your head
All
that
negative
say that you're not
self-talk.
good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not thin, and whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you need to learn to be the your own narrator.
Yeah.
So you look in the mirror and you say, you know what? I am beautiful. I feel beautiful today, whatever it is. But I think we have to learn to be our own voices and be around the people that we know we can count on
Yeah.
for
And
positive.
And supporting each other.
Exactly.
Right? So if we're a community of women, a community of people, but also a community of women, and really supporting each other.
And what you guys did with a piece of cloth is to bring this to the forefront to help so many women to be able to acknowledge that.
Mhm.
So we
Yes.
thank you for that. So where can our audience find you?
Well, we're on Instagram at Active Intimates, and Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, all at Active Intimates, and then our website, which is activeintimates.com.
Wonderful. It was a pleasure having you here today, and I look forward to more from Active Intimates and Lori and CJ.
Thank
you, Kathy.
you.
Wonderful to be here.
And thank you for joining us here today at Desertwood Days, and we'll catch you next time.
Today's episode of Desertwood Days with Kathy Blaze was sponsored by Movie Group. Visit them at dreamnetworkchannel.com.